I knew I would be so misunderstood by many when I made the first video on Chetan Agarwal and Sia Goyal, but now as more murky details are spilling out in this needless crime, more and more voices are debating just how this entire mess could have been avoided. Keep watching till the end as I will reveal what exactly happened on the 18th of June, as the police have claimed to have heard in Sia's exact confession. Firstly, let me tell you, at no point am I exonerating Sia or her alleged boyfriend Chetan, and it's obvious to feel immense empathy for a young, promising life lost. But people watching this must understand that such crimes don't happen in a spur of the moment. Behind the desperate act of pushing a young man to his death needs a significant amount of distress, depraved mindset, and more than anything else, a familial and a societal quagmire that is so hard to navigate that a young 20-year-old girl thinks it's easy to finish off a fiance than to bother fighting mummies, papas, chachas, chachis, poopa, poopis, and the nosy bajuwali auntie whose life is governed by the log kya kahenge syndrome. But guess what? Now the whole world is talking about this and it's only getting worse. From the details of the police investigation magically spilling out from the interrogation rooms to our living rooms, Sia is said to have told the cops that she didn't want to get hitched to a balding, stammering man and that Ketan had warned her that she can run, she can hide, but she cannot escape from his big paise wala parivar who will hunt her down no matter where she goes in the world. Later, Ketan's father Vishal confirmed that his son did wear a small hair patch, but that was duly revealed to the opposite party before they started all the shadi ke shenanigans. And please let me tell you, the investigators have not identified this as the primary motive for murder, like many reelers and YouTubers with stunted brains have been claiming. Anyway, so 22-year-old Chetan Chaudhary, who initially said to have confessed to pushing Ketan off the Lohagarh fort, is now apparently playing the victim card, saying that the Paisawala Parivars are trying to frame the poor middle-class boy, and the blame game between Sia and Chetan has also squarely begun, like it always does. This, even as grainy CCTV footage of them kuchi-cooing in Snapchat feeds, watching a match together, and then meeting at a local cafe to plan Ketan's murder, are now becoming a part of our own Instagram reel. But to understand this latest turn of events, it's important to go 3 years back when Chetan and Sia first met. Police say Sia allegedly was in a relationship with Chetan Chaudhary, a tall, well-built, young, handsome man, after meeting him through her own brother Sahil, and they played cricket together. According to investigators, Sahil later discovered the relationship between Chetan and Sia and advised his sister to end it because she was already engaged to Chetan. But in an interview to a local news channel, Sahil said Sia never confessed to him about her feelings for Chetan and never even said she didn't want to get married to Chetan. Despite the alleged affair, Sia continued preparing for her wedding. She frequently visited Ketan's family. They booked a lavish wedding at a palace in Udaipur. A Bali pre-wedding shoot was also planned. And all the dost and rishtedars believed the relationship was very normal. Police say she totally behaved like an excited bride while allegedly maintaining her relationship with Chetan as well. One of the newest allegations that Sia and Chetan discussed waiting 3 years after Ketan's death before marrying each other so suspicion would die down. Police claim Chetan told Sia something to the effect, wait 3 years, then we can marry. Investigators believe they thought this delay would prevent anyone from linking them romantically after Ketan's death. Police have also alleged that Ketan gave Sia approximately 1 crore rupees for wedding shopping and expenses, and now the police are tracing whether a significant amount eventually reached Chetan. But let me tell you, the financial trail is still under investigation and has not been proved in the court. And by the way, police are also trying still to recover Ketan's missing passport that Sia is suspected to have misplaced on purpose hours before their pre-wedding shoot trip to Bali when they were on their way in a cab from Pune to Mumbai International Airport. Now, what has given prosecutors some ammo is the claim that both the accused searched for online methods of poisoning, murder techniques, and also making deaths disappear like accidental deaths. Investigators say they ultimately settled on pushing Ketan from a cliff because it could look like an accident during trekking, but then Ketan was an ace trekker and Sia's calm demeanor, fumbling answers to questions from Ketan's family, missing chappals, all of this raised suspicion and eventually led to her arrest. But perhaps the most disturbing allegation so far is the fact that police are now saying that Chetan and Sia had visited Lohagarh Fort before the murder and selected multiple cliff locations. In fact, did you know they even rehearsed pushing someone and also practiced on another hill near Pune? Investigators are describing these as trial runs. Police now also believe that there were 3 failed attempts before June 18, and these included an earlier visit to Lohagarh Fort, the cancelled Bali opportunity, and another unsuccessful attempt before the birthday trip. Eventually, June 18 became the successful attempt, according to investigators, which was actually the fourth attempt, and yet no one, including Ketan himself, suspected something was off. So, what exactly happened on June 18th? Police say that it was Sia who suggested the birthday trek. But Sia's mother, in an interview, claimed that it was Ketan ji who suggested it while her daughter didn't want to go in the first place. She went on to say that whoever is found guilty of pushing off Ketan ji from the Lohagarh fort, including her own daughter, must be pushed down the cliff too. Anyway, once Ketan and Sia were at the Lohagarh fort, police say they walked toward a less crowded cliff. Sia then allegedly sat down pretending to drink water. Investigators believe that this was a pre-arranged signal for Chetan. While Ketan's attention was elsewhere, Chetan allegedly pushed him from behind. Ketan fell roughly 400 feet and died. His skull was smashed because he fell head first and he was beyond recognizable. His rescue also took some time, and Ketan had died soon after the fall but was finally declared dead on arrival at the hospital by the doctors. But soon after Ketan fell, Sia reportedly called the police and told them that her fiance had slipped accidentally due to strong winds while trekking. At the time, police didn't suspect any foul play and thought that this was an accidental death case, and they thought of registering it as that. But even as the family of Ketan suspected something was amiss and notified the police, the cops on their part had started to feel that several things were not adding up in Sia's statements. Among them, most crucial were the phone records, inconsistencies in the statements, CCTV footage, location data, and Sia's behavior after the incident. Police then began treating the case as homicide rather than an accident. However, one of the biggest pieces of evidence in the case could still be the digital trail. According to police, Sia kept Ketan's mobile phone after his death, raising suspicions of possible evidence tampering. Investigators also alleged that both Sia and Chetan deleted chats from their phones and even emptied their entire recycle bins. The devices have now been sent for forensic examination, where experts will attempt to recover all these deleted messages, files, and other data that could be crucial to this investigation. So now the big question is, what happens next in the Chetan Agarwal murder case? As of now, Sia and Chetan both remain in police custody until Friday, which is July 3rd, giving investigators more time to gather more evidence. Over the next few days, police are expected to complete forensic analysis of the accused mobile phones in an attempt to recover deleted chats, photos, and other digital evidence. They're also trying to trace Ketan's missing passport, investigate the alleged financial trail involving nearly 1 crore rupees, which was meant for wedding expenses, and piece together every aspect of what they believe was a carefully planned conspiracy. Once the investigation is complete, police will file a detailed charge sheet before the court. The accused are then likely to be sent to judicial custody while the case moves towards trial. The Maharashtra government, on its part, has already directed that the matter has to be heard in a fast-track court, and Ujjwal Nikam has been appointed as the lead prosecutor. Now, if Sia and Chetan are ultimately found guilty, they could face charges including murder, criminal conspiracy, destruction of evidence, and other related offences under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. The punishment for murder can range from life imprisonment to death penalty as well, depending on what the trial court considers appropriate based on all the evidence and the circumstances of the case. So far, from what we've spoken to the lawyers, this case doesn't seem to be very strong, although it can swing in any direction. As of now, the last seen theory is the most important, and since there are no eyewitnesses, everything in this case so far, all the proof is circumstantial. While we wait for what happens next, this case has once again divided the country down the middle on a debate on what this familial pressure and the societal pressure is all about in young lives. Well, that was the complete update on the case of Chetan Agarwal murder and what can happen next in this case. Let me know what your thoughts are. As of now, both remain in the jail, and it's a wait and watch game for all the families involved in this case. Whatever thoughts are, let me know in the comments. But as always, even if you don't do any of these things like liking, sharing, subscribing, thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself and those around you.